everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So today I am just doing a quick let's build of a coffee shop. It's in the Ward Park lot and it's a 20 by 20 build. Let's just change this to cafe and let's just add some trees. So I'm gonna make this a coffee shop and a laundromat, and I wanted to I don't know what this is gonna look like. I don't even know if it's gonna match the current world, but whatever. And I decided to do this build. I was originally planning on doing this build in The Sims 3 because I'm primarily a Sims 3 player. But building in The Sims 3 takes me forever and a day, and I feel like if I were to have built this in The Sims 3, it would probably take me twice the amount of time. So yeah. Also, I'm not the greatest builder. Okay, so if you don't like this, then I'm sorry. You don't have to download it. Okay, but yeah, so I'm gonna be building the laundromat here and the cafe here, and while I do this, I just want to have a little conversation about the Hispanic heritage update, because I feel like it's important to get all opinions on the table and not just one opinion. There are things about the Hispanic heritage update that I do like, and then there are certain things that I don't like about it. And the only reason why I'm making a video about this is because I am Hispanic, I'm Puerto Rican, so I feel like I'm allowed, you know what I'm saying? I'm allowed to talk about this. A lot of people in the Hispanic community do feel excited about it, but a lot of people have brought up a good point, and I want to just bring those opinions to light, because I just feel like it's important to note the good and the bad, you know what I mean? I feel like it shouldn't just be one thing, and if something is problematic. Hi everyone, this is future Diana. So I just wanted to mention real quick that so I wouldn't say that this update is problematic per se, but there are some issues that have been raised in the Hispanic Simmer community in regards to basically everything that I'm going to say in this video. So yeah, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily problematic. I mean, when I think of problematic, I think of cultural appropriation. I think of white girls wearing plain Indian headdresses at Coachella. That is problematic. This, I feel I don't know. I wouldn't call it problematic because I personally like the stuff in this pack, or I keep saying that, oh my god, in this update. But I do feel that there are things within the update that some Hispanic Simmers have brought up that are important to note. Okay, thanks. This is a nice color. I like this color. Is this an update? I don't know if it's an update, but I'm gonna make the laundromat this color actually, because it's cute. Is this, hold on, my brightness is all the way up, so I think I'm seeing it right. It's an off pink, isn't it? A peachy pink. I feel if something is an issue with a particular community, it should be addressed, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be something that we shy away from discussing because we're uncomfortable with quote-unquote negativity, even though I wouldn't even call this negativity, to be honest. I think it's just the truth. And yeah, a lot of people in the Hispanic community feel that this, I have no idea how this is gonna look. I don't have any sort of inspiration photo or plans or nothing about what this build is gonna look like. So if it looks hit, a lot of people feel that the pack doesn't accurately represent certain Hispanic peoples, which I can sort of agree with. I mean, I saw the live stream. I did check out the stuff that comes with the pack, and I kind of agree with what a lot of people in the Hispanic community are saying. A lot of people feel that the update doesn't accurately reflect their particular culture, and that a lot of it just reminds them of Mexico and of Mexican culture. And obviously there's definitely nothing wrong with, you know, Mexican culture or anything like that. I love my Mexican brothers and sisters and non-binary folk. Like, I'm glad for you all, but at the same time, like, if EA is going to promise a update, I keep wanting to say upgrade, and that's definitely not what this is. Yeah, like, if EA is like promising something, then they should make sure that they are adhering to that, especially if you're gonna mess around with something as sensitive as someone's like identity and culture, you know. Like, I personally like the items. I like the grill, and I think the murals are cute, and I especially like the food that they added, but I do take particular issue with some things, like not having the same color swatches for items that come in the same pack. There are a couple things that I do take issue with, such as the Latin American person being associated with drug cartels and selling drugs, and the whole low rider type of, like, particularly Mexicans, but I want to say all Latin Americans in general, I feel like, because for some freaking reason, people in the States don't know the difference between a Puerto Rican and a Mexican. I mean, I can't even tell you the amount of times growing up that I was told to, quote, go back to Mexico, even though I'm Puerto Rican. But, like, okay. And it just further like lumps all of us into a single thing. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of Hispanic people have voiced their opinion where they feel like the pack really mostly caters to Mexican people, and even then, like, to go further into that, Mexican American people, like, not even like Mexican from the actual country of Mexico, but like mostly Mexican American people, where that whole stereotype came from, you know. And yeah, it just feels like with this update, in some ways, like, as nice as the items are, and as much as a lot of us do like it, it just feels like we are being lumped in the same category again. And it just reminds me of how, like, people always used to tell me, racists, let's not even protect them, always used to tell me to go back to Mexico as a Puerto Rican woman. And it's just a little insulting, you know. Like, I realized that they obviously wanted to try and fit, why can't I get this right? Why doesn't this look right? I think it is though, right? Yeah, so I realized that they wanted to try and fit as many cultures as possible, and obviously, like, you can't do that all in one update. Like, I totally understand that. I guess I don't blame them for that, but at the same time, it's like, you can't really say that you're doing an update for the Hispanic community and then you make it all look just Mexican. Do you know what I mean? I mean, of course, there are Hispanic people out there who love it and who have no issue with it, and good for you. But I also feel like it's important to point out the peoples whose cultures feel like we're not represented as Hispanic people. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's also important. You can't just, it's like toxic positivity, you know, where people are like, well, you should be grateful, or you should be this, or you should be that. And basically, like, people have all these feelings or whatever, and everyone's feelings are valid, whether they're positive, negative, neutral, whatever. And then you get people telling you that you shouldn't feel that way. Do you know what I mean? People are absolutely entitled to their opinions and entitled to their feelings and the way they feel a corporation has let them down in terms of representation. You know what I mean? It's like basically being like, hey, we're gonna do a Scandinavian, I'm only saying that because I live in Norway, but a Scandinavian heritage update, and then they only throw in just like Swedish stuff. And then, like, how do you think Norwegians and Danes would feel about that? Like, they would be kind of insulted, I think, you know, like they would be kind of like, okay, this looks Swedish, but okay. I don't think they'd appreciate that. And same thing, like if you were to make like a quote unquote Celtic pack or something like that, and you know, you want to involve like Wales and the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland and Scotland and whatnot in this pack, and then everything just looks like Scottish, for example. And yeah, like when you mess with people's cultures, people get, you know, they feel some type of way about it. Like they definitely get, at the end of the day, can't promise something and then sort of like not deliver that. And then when people in that community are upset about that, you tell them that they shouldn't feel that way. You know what I mean? Like you tell them that they shouldn't be upset. And it's like, especially if you're not Hispanic, you know, like you really don't have a right. Like you really don't have a right to tell, as a non-Hispanic person, to tell Hispanics how they should feel about a pack that's about them. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, if there are Hispanics that like feel some type of way, like, hey, I really like the way this pack represents me or represents Hispanic people, then that's also valid. You know what I mean? Like, I feel that this pack... Hi, future editing Diana again. And I just wanted to say that I keep saying pack. I realize this. Okay, don't come for me. But what I mean is update. By pack, I mean update. Okay, so from now on, I'm not even going to bother correcting it every single freaking time I say pack. So yeah. Represents Hispanics in... I mean, I'm just going to like be honest and share my own opinion on it. Like, I personally feel that this pack does not represent all Hispanic nationalities. I really don't feel like this update encompasses all Latin American communities, and it's not going to. I wasn't expecting it to, because there are so many of us and we are so multifaceted, and there's just so much to our traditions and our cultures. And it even comes down to race. Like, not all Hispanic people are brown. You know what I'm saying? Not all Hispanic people. There are Hispanic people that are white, racially speaking. You know, like there are Hispanic people that are black, racially speaking, and indigenous, racially speaking, and all that. Like, you even have Asian Hispanic people, you know what I mean? And then you have people who are mixed up the wazoo, aka myself. And like, I have indigenous Puerto Rican ancestry, Norwegian, Icelandic, Irish, Scottish, like Nigerian, Congolese. Like, I have all of these different types of, you know, like super mixed or whatever. So like, even when it comes down to race, like not all of us are, basically we're not a monolith is what I'm getting at here. And I definitely want the floors to look like this. I wish they looked a little dingier though, but like, I don't know, maybe I can look for a different. And I'm not using any custom content, which means you can go ahead and download it off the gallery. My gallery ID is basically the same as my YouTube ID, except there's ugh at the end of it. I'll write it in the video somewhere. It's basically diannananaugh, ugh. Anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, a lot of people feel that a lot of Hispanic, when I say people, I'm referring to Hispanics. Okay, cool. We have our washers and dryers. Now let's throw in some chairs. Man, around The Sims, I know I'm not using any custom content, but around The Sims 3, or no, around The Sims 4 has great laundromat custom content that I wish I could use, but I'm really trying to make lots for you all that are totally CC free. So a lot of people, especially from the Caribbean, like the Caribbean Latin American people such as myself, they just feel very misrepresented by the pack. Then a bunch of Mexicans were saying how they felt that it didn't even look accurately Mexican, that it looked more like Coco, you know, Coco, the Pixar movie Coco. But I mean, that further kind of proves the point of non-Mexican Hispanic simmers saying that this looks Mexican, because Coco is Mexican. Like, it takes place in Mexico. It's a film of Mexican culture, you know what I mean? So that just further proves the point, Vianney's. I mean, I want it to be, let's do wood. Let's do wood. I like playing with textures, okay? Like with my builds, I like to play with textures. Hi, it's Future Editing me again. I just wanted to interrupt this video again real quick one last time to let you guys know that from here on out, it's going to be a speed build. I was going to continue doing it live like a let's build, but I basically said what I had to say, and I didn't want to take up another like 20-40 minutes of your time. And yeah, so it's gonna be sped up from now on. And yeah, I think the only like Caribbean looking thing that, or not even looking, but like Caribbean inspired thing that came out with the update was the food. I feel like there was something Dominican related with the food. I mean, I don't know, don't quote me on that, I may be wrong about that, but I feel like that's really the only thing that I can relate to, even though like I'm not Dominican. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, anyway, I don't play The Sims 4, to be honest, so like I could care less. But I mean, I play The Sims 4 as in like I'm obviously creating a build for you all, but I don't play it, you know what I mean? But for those people who do play it and feel like, yo, this pack really, like, I feel like I'm not being represented as a Latina, Latino, Latinx person in this pack. Like, what's going on? And like, that's another thing that people were saying, was that they felt that this pack was literally just a advertisement for Disney's Coco, because they were saying how they came out with Journey to Batuu, which is Star Wars, which is Disney. I mean, is it? I don't even know. Like, like, let me tell you, when I say I'm out of the loop with the Sims news and shit, I really do be out of the loop, because I just don't play it. So like, why? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I don't know why I keep doing this weird like Ricky Gervais like English accent. Not that it's actually an English accent. British people are gonna like be like, yo, like, are we a joke to you? And no, you're not. Like, you're really not. Like, I'm the joke, my dude. I'm the joke. The whole like Sims 4 copying and pasting, I feel like I watched a video, I think it was Mary Mew that made it, here on here on YouTube. She made a video of the Sims 4 copying and pasting and how it was like messed up or whatever. And I watched that video and I was like, yeah, like, I feel for the people who play this game and like literally, okay, I need to stop with that damn stupid ass English accent, honestly. Yeah, there are a lot of people in the Sims community that are really disappointed. I mean, not even just like Hispanics, this is like everyone now. Like, a lot of people are really upset about the fact that these are literally just recolors. Like, the cast items like the jersey, and there was something else. There was like a jacket or something. Like they were saying how like they were just recolors, and it's true. Like I went into Cass and I looked at it, and like it's to the point where they did a recolor of the jacket thing. Like they're both recolors from Get Famous. I don't know if the jersey's a recolor though. Like I can't really tell, to be honest with you. Like yeah, like I can't tell if the jersey is a recolor, but the jacket is definitely a recolor from Get Famous. I can throw in some proof here for you all, because that's some shit. Like that really sucks for people who pay money, like money, for packs like Get Famous. How much was that? Like $40 or something? I don't know, but like, I mean, it's funny because I'm like playing in that world right now. I should probably know that, but I don't. Yeah, but like there are people who played or who paid for Get Famous. They paid like $40 or whatever, and then you have EA literally taking that item into like Sims 4 Studio or something and being like, okay, we're just gonna like throw a new recolor on this and paint over the logo of the Get Famous jacket in black and call it a ding dong day. You know what I'm saying? And then they throw it into a free update, you know, and it's like, what do Get Famous people feel about that? Like people who bought the Get Famous pack, like what do you all think about that? Yeah, if you're gonna download this lot, by the way, please be sure to put BB Move Objects on. It may not place entirely correctly if you don't have that on. Anyway, when it comes to the pack, or when it comes to the update, the new Hispanic Heritage update, what do you all think? I would say that I'm more interested in knowing what people in the Hispanic community feel, because like I feel like really it's our voices that are important in this conversation. Yeah, like what do you all think? Like how do you all feel? Like what are your thoughts on this update? Like, what's your nationality? Do you feel like it represented your nationality? Please do not watch this video and come at the Hispanics who feel some type of way about it. Like, oh, well, you should be grateful and blah, 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 because like I said, everyone's feelings are valid and you just need to respect the way people feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, that's it. And if you liked the update, then great. You know what I'm saying? Good for you. I'm glad you liked it. But there are, like I said, plenty of Hispanic people who feel like it did not reflect them. And I think amplifying those voices are important. Just like how they got the skin tones wrong, which I made a freaking video about, but when I was saving the video on Vegas Pro, which is the editor that I use, it just messed up the entire video and I couldn't save it. But I can like maybe throw in a couple clips of it here somewhere, I don't know, but like they literally messed up the skin tones, like they really did. Like, I just want to apologize to any English people watching this channel about my horrendous English accent. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I definitely want this I definitely want the comment section in this video to be troll free, okay? Not everybody is gonna agree with you, okay? And deal with it, okay? Deal with it. Don't tell people how to feel. Everyone's feelings are valid. Do not tell people how to feel. I don't want to add, typically I add like terrain paint, you know what I mean? You know, because it just looks better in my opinion, but I'm not gonna do that because some of you may want to throw this in like Brindleton Bay on the dock or in Windenburg on the street in the main area. Like, yeah, if you want to just like toss in some like terrain paint real quick, feel free to do that. Yeah, so obviously the upstairs isn't in use. You can, of course, feel free to throw in some stairs going up to the second floor and maybe throw in a library, throw in, you know, whatever you want. But I'm not going to do that. This is just strictly a coffee shop and a laundromat. There you go. Roast Coffee House and the laundromat. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and yeah, let me know what you think about the Hispanic Heritage Update. What are your thoughts? Like, how do you feel about it? Are you into it? The comment section is going to be a safe space. Please keep all comments respectful. If I see that you're trolling or throwing in toxic positivity, I will delete your comment. And if I see you continuously posting said comments, I will block you from my page. Okay, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.